Oh, what's good? I am Lord. How you doing, brother? Let me know how just the audio sounds. I'm not optimizing myself, brother. I wonder how this looks on Twitter. Oh, thanks for the follow, Bubblegum. Audio's good? What on earth am I doing? Oh, thanks for the follow, Zibsy. Appreciate that. Trying to see how it looks. Ooh, on Twitch I didn't get the bit rate. Down bad boys. Quick question, before everyone gets in here. What do you mean everybody gets in here, brother? Yo. What do you think of the new Apple M1 chip? You link it to me? Actually not looking bad on Twitch though. If you send me a build, would I critique it? Yeah, it depends. What are you looking, like for, Zepti? Yeah, you could go ahead and send it on Twitter, Dylan. Yeah, but so like what kind of build are you looking for? Are you looking for like a streaming PC, gaming PC? All right, so let's see this. Wait, what the heck? Twitter's going crazy. That's crazy. I don't know why Periscope is not a part of like, or not integrated completely into Twitter. That would be dope. That would be absolutely crazy. But let's get back to the question here, boys. So basically, let me put this here so people have a reference. Yo, what's good, Ghost Tag? How you doing, brother? Zapty. Streaming and gaming. Oh yeah, you're gonna. Oof. See, streaming and gaming on the same like PC is extremely difficult. It just makes it like 10 times harder because streaming's so intensive on either your GPU or your CPU, so your processor or your graphics card. It just makes it where you could have just gotten a $500 to $800 streaming PC and probably a decent gaming PC. You would have been fine. Managed to get a 6800 XT and a direct only $600 US. Can't wait to pair with my 5900X. That's a good plan, brother. The only thing I don't like about AMD's like graphics cards are that it doesn't have DLSS, of course. They're really good just like out the box, and they have rage mode. But the last thing I would say is that it doesn't come with like support for streaming, like 3080 for example, or 3070, or even like a 1660 Super. It doesn't have the encoder to stream with, so that's a huge setback. But still, like, they're fire when it comes to just prioritizing one program. Like, they're absolutely goated. You'll be happy with that, brother. I am Laud. I'll get a 3080 when they're more in stock. They're Laud, don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now. Because there'll never be more. I'm telling you, there's never going to be more stock than there is currently. Like, literally, it's gonna only get worse. It's gonna only get worse. Yo, dude, if I game on 1440p but want to stream in 180p, what's the best way to have like a dual PC? So the tricky part with that, if you're, so he says he games on 1440p, he wants to stream in 180p, which is a really good plan. So you're gonna have to get like a M.2 Elgato 4K. Then you're gonna want to scale down, which is perfect. This is gonna like lead to an increase in quality for like videos on YouTube, etc. So it's gonna be really, really nice for your audience to look at like the 1440p scaled down to 180p. So that's a huge advantage for you. The only thing would be that you're gonna have to be extra, like, this is a little weird to set up from a dual PC standpoint, because the M.2 Elgato sometimes glitches out, so you don't get all your FPS. What I would say about that is disable G-Sync and just sync in general, because that really messes with Elgatos or any kind of streaming in general. Even I had like trouble just with G-Sync on. Wait, where did the chat go? Where did the chat go? Oh, there it is. All right. So, I'm Lev's ass, how important are network adapter settings? Not that important, bro. Not that important. They're important, but like, See, everything I say, like, it could go into complication, but just know they're important. But like, for example, if you were getting an internet optimization, that will literally take like 5 seconds. That's like 5 seconds of it. Study clapping as 10700K 1660 Ti. Oh, that's an interesting one. Not chalked, not necessarily chalked. Swap out your 10700 for a 10900K if you have a good power supply. But you have to make sure to have a good power supply. Look at me. Don't put a 10900K in there without a good power supply. And or a 10850K even. It's going for like $350 at Micro Center right now. And you're gonna be set with that. That's perfect. Now, like, the thing with everybody's trying to get like a Ryzen 5 series. Everybody's trying to get like a 10900K and stuff like that, guys. And it's partly my fault, so I apologize. Basically, you don't need literally like just the most expensive parts, guys. Like, literally, if you can't find like a Ryzen 5 series, you can't find like a Nvidia 3080, 3090, get a 10850K, 10900K, because they're available right now for a CPU, and then get like a 2080 Super for a GPU, and just upgrade like when you have availability. But don't wait hoping that there's going to be more in stock. I'm telling you, there's not going to be like improvement in stock, guys. There's just not. Because it's deeper than just stock. It's the actual like manufacturer of just things such as the capacitors, engineering difficulties, because everybody's at home, so they have to work remotely. It's just a lot of just extra additional things for them to do. You know what I mean? Thoughts on a 3060 Ti? 3060 Ti. I mean, it's good. Any Nvidia card that you could get right now, just get it. Like, literally just get it. And if you could get a 3070, I would. If you could even get, don't even like just think about a 3080, bro. I'm telling you. Literally, if you could get a 3070, I would. But 3060 Ti is good. The 3060 is really good for the price. Let me see. Everything seems to work fine on my PC. Oh, can you guys hear the music, by the way? Just let me know. Everything seems to be working fine on my PC, but when I start it up, a red VGA light is up on the motherboard, and it goes away if I restart the computer. A VGA light. Are you talking about literally the light on the motherboard? Like, I have my light on right there. It says AA. I got a 3700X and a 2060 Super, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 3200 megahertz, CL16. Is it good for streaming and gaming? Yeah, that'll do. Now for Warzone Ryzen 3 series, of course, literally I bashed like the 3 series so bad. Like, every 3 series owner literally looks at my streams in pain. But for streaming and gaming, you're fine, brother. Like, to be honest, like, just do it. You just gotta do it. Because a lot of people are making the mistake of basically just, I would say, like, waiting for like these parts that are literal unicorns, and I'm telling you, you're just not gonna get those parts, because now it's a whole different game. Like, now everybody's mining, everybody's doing additional stuff with like the 3080s and stuff like that, so you have way more competition than what it was when it came out. It's crazy. And someone did send me something on Twitter. Give me 1 second. Oh, the MacBook Air. M1 chips. 8-core GPU plays. Okay, 5 ties. Blah 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 blah. Gotcha. No numbers. Still no numbers. No numbers. Same thing. Gonna be the same. Basically gonna be the same. Flashy colors, no numbers, same thing. Not gonna notice the difference. Unless you're like a power user or like edit videos and stuff like that. And I hope it has an SSD. I know a lot of MacBooks that came with hard drives. Hope it has an SSD. Didn't they switch the keyboards back for the MacBooks? Wasn't that like a huge thing? Like MacBooks didn't have like good keyboards or something like that. They had to switch it back. What's the difference between a 10900K and a 10850K? Which would be better to get? If you can get a 10900K, so everybody's asking 10900K versus the 10850K, right? And let's scroll this down right here. So the difference really is the 10900K can go from like 5.0 to 5.3 gigahertz. The 10850K could probably hold like a solid 4.9 gigahertz. Now what does that mean? It means that the 10900K can perform better in single core workloads, which equals like gaming and such. So that's why it's better. But literally, if you could get a 10850K and you can't, if you want, I would recommend a 10900K if you can. But literally, if you're looking for something like right now, 10850K is fine. Like it's gonna be better for a budget-wise standpoint. For like max performance, 10900K. I have a 10850K in a 3070. Oh no. I wish I could make this larger for you guys. My bad, boys. Let's make this larger here so you guys can see it. Because I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter right now, boys. So, let's see this. About to give in and pay resell for a 3080? No, do not. Do not buy. Do not buy used 3080s. Or any Nvidia like 3 series cards. Why? Because miners, brother. So if I were to mine, what would basically happen is the card gets really hot if it's like just straight air. And literally, if you're not like water cooled, it's literally getting like 90 degrees, 80 degrees, up to 110 degrees. So it's just so bad. And most people just burn it to the ground. Then they'll just sell it to you when it's like unstable. And when they sell it to you, you're not gonna notice a difference until like a few months later. Then you're gonna be like, why did my card just die? It's because they mined with it and it just ran the card to the ground. A lot of that is happening right now. I have a 3080 XC3 and a i9 9900 or 9900K. I feel like I should be getting more in some games. Optimization, brother. Perfect optimization. What's the difference between a... Wait. Let me see. Do the new 4K Elgato M2 support 240 hertz? As my like 1440p monitor is 240 hertz. Thanks for the reply. I believe they do, Danny. I would double check just to make sure. Oh, what's good, Notorious? Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate the support. Oh, YT Seb, what's going on, brother? How many people are in queue if I send money right now? I have no idea, brother. Like, literally, it's always gonna be like a queue for that, for optimizations. It's been insane. Like, literally, the longer you wait for an optimization, because a lot of people ask me that question, the longer you wait, the more like oh god dang lips, the more like the longer you wait is like waiting for like a 3080, bro. Like, that's what I think of it as. Because for example, like for the last few days when I was just recovering and stuff, I've been, boys, like PC optimizations part 2, I've been grinding, studying, analyzing every little detail just to make sure that literally every optimization spotless, way less time, and way more value. So definitely I would get one if you need one, but you don't have to, brother. It's not, I'm still here. But I would recommend it for sure. If I went with a 2070 Super, where are the best ones to go for? EVGA, Asus, Gigabyte? Doesn't matter. Literally, just get one. As long as it's in good condition, you won't notice a difference. I would go Asus and EVGA, but it really doesn't matter. Does SOQ also do troubleshooting? Yep. All the time, brother. Please save the live, bro. I'm racing today. We'll catch a rebroadcast later. Got you, brother. I'm gonna literally stop saving the lives though, because I feel like we give away too much sauce, brother. It's like we get like literally the last live was like 6 hours of just straight sauce. We were stirring it up. We got YouTubers talking about only like, oh, change your power plan for one whole 10-minute video, but we were literally nose deep. That was crazy, bro. Let's see. I formatted my drivers a few times, stress test a bit. My computer crashes randomly, and sometimes I get 100 FPS Warzone with the 3080 i9900K. Yeah, then yeah, you definitely need optimization for that. That's tragic too, brother. That's tragic. But the good side is after should be getting 150 plus. Easy. You actually have a really good setup too. Did you just get the 3080 sub? Nerf said prayers. Imagine getting a 3080, then your computer won't turn on, bro. How would you feel after that? Like, I would actually feel hurt. Turns. I will in a few, brother. I got you. 9900K is chalked? No, the 9900K is actually good. If you have a 9900K, you're set. Like, it's good. You ever notice SOQ equals QoS backwards? Bro. SENSEQUALITY QoS. Imagine, bro. That's 100 IQ, bro. I never do, bro. That's actually insane. It's a 3080 XC3 and a 9900K. Okay for single PC gaming and streaming. Not preferred. Not preferred. I would rather go 10900K, but I mean, like, it'll work. Like, if you already have a i9900K, that's fine. But if you don't have like a processor yet, you're building like an actual like gaming PC and everything, you don't have a motherboard or anything, like, then go Z490 route. Like, literally, I'm gonna tell you guys right here, for the people buying PCs, this is what you do. Ready? 10900K CPU, right? Or 10850K. CPU. Then you're gonna go graphics card, and the graphics card is going to be 2080 Super, 3070, and of course you could get the 3060s. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's fine. Like, if they're in stock, get it. Literally, just don't even hesitate. 3090. If you want 3060, this is a really good one. 3060 Ti. I would prefer you get the 3060 over the 3060 Ti because it's a better bang for your buck. Wait, you literally just got it? What kind of power supply do you have, Seb? Like, how many watts? Dots on copper, IHS reliving. 9th gen motherboards are getting more scarce to find, to build anyways. Yeah, it is for sure. Can you elaborate, Glizzy? And literally, yeah, motherboards, boys, like, you think you're gonna get a 3080? Literally, motherboards are getting scalped right now. Think about that for a second. Hold on, let me hold on 1 second here. Hold on, I had to stop the music. Motherboards are literally getting scalped. Think about that for a second. It's crazy, man. That is actually crazy. People are scalping motherboards. People are scalping literal storage. Like, it's crazy right now. You have a 750, that's gold. With 3080s or any of these, I would recommend for a power supply. This is the part that everybody skimps out on. Or like, if you got a pre-built, like, this is where they skimp out on. You want an 850 watt, and I recommend like a platinum. Just go platinum, bro. Or get a 1000 watt, and this could be gold plus. Definitely. If you can, just do this. So in the future, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Build for the long term. Because the last thing you want, which Seb is going through right now, is getting your 3080 finally. Turning it on. Turning that 3080 on. Looking all good with the RGB. And then boom. Computer crashes. That's the last thing you want, brother. But definitely with a 3080, I would recommend 850 power supply at least, and make that bad boy platinum. Changing the OEM lid on CPUs to a copper one to help with overclocking and such. Oh, Glizzy. Now it depends. On a 10900K or like any kind of Intel, yeah. If you're extremely like just familiar with everything like that and you're like passionate about it, yeah, that's fine. On Ryzen, that is not needed at all. Cause literally, let me show you guys. I don't know if I can show you guys this. This is like my standard state, like on my 5950X. I don't know if you guys could see this at all. So standard state, like when it's just chilling, it is at 4.6 gigahertz average, let's say, but it's really at like 4.7 to 5.0. Literally, let me show you guys the temps. This is 16 cores. The temperature is legit 46 degrees Celsius. And it doesn't come like this out of the box. Like, this is after like I optimized it like to the T. But this thing is chilling. When it comes out of the box with PBO, like just doing its thing, it was actually getting up to like 70, 60. but after I tuned like just a little bit here and there, it's 45 degrees. Like it's insane, man. It's actually insane. So Ryzen doesn't need like any additional, like, you need a good AIO or like just water cooling, but you don't need that for Ryzen. Now with Twitter, no, I said Twitter. Now with Intel, yes you do. I mean, but that's like really, that's like taking it over the edge. Just enjoy your system, literally, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. But Intel is way hotter. So let's say a 10900K. This thing's using triple the watts as a 5950X, right? So you would think that a 5950X with 16 cores and a 10900K with 10 cores, you would think that this one's getting like really hot, right? No, this one's the hottest because it uses more watts and more power. And yeah, that it gets to 80 degrees, 90 degrees, and that's like average for them. It's actually insane. So definitely I would say Intel for sure. I have a 10700K pain. Am I chalked? Oh, Farina, no, you are not chalked at all. You are literally one of the luckiest people here. Sell that, because literally with a 10700K, you will... let me just write this down real quick. Sell your PC parts to upgrade. And I'm going to put this in like quotations. Now is the best time to sell used PC parts. So, for example, Farina has a 10700K. Sell it for near retail and buy a 10850K or 10900K for like $100 to $200. I would do that. Like, I would do that. I don't know about you. That would be amazing. The only thing you would have to check is always check your power supply. Power supply is huge. Kimball, I'm currently building a PC, my parts. Gotcha. 3900X, 3600. Oh no, Kimball. Return, brother. Return. Literally. SBG taken. What's good, brother? How you been? I'm doing good. But Kimball, literally, this is the people I'm trying to save. Kimball, you are the person I did 6-hour streams for. You. Because, let me tell you what's wrong with your build, right? Let's go through it real quick. And people would think it's a good build too. And it's not a bad one. But this is why I offer, like, this is why SENSEQUALITY offers PC consultations. Because literally, I'm about to save you like thousands right now. All right, so 3900X. He has a 3900X. He has 3600 megahertz Corsair. He has an X570. What kind of X570? And that's like what he's like building, right? This is a no-no. You would get a 5900X if possible. You're probably not gonna be able to find this, but if you can't find it, get a 10900K or 10850K. Same thing as above. Get literally a Z490 e-gaming. Get literally BDIE RAM and I have a link to it. If you need it, just let me know. And then with optimization, we'll tune this to outperform this any day, literally any day, almost 2 times better. Because the Corsair, I know for a fact this is not BDIE. 3900X, they have a problem with latency. X570, not sure which one you're getting, but that's going to be a hassle to tune for you if you're just doing it by yourself. I would rather you just like be able to get on and enjoy your system, and then when you're ready to crank that baby up, we're here for you, brother. Jesus. But let me go down in the chat real quick. Sorry about that, guys. What motherboard do you recommend for a 10900K 3080 Asus Strix? Nothing special. Like literally just get like an Asus gaming. I would go deep on the power supply. Just get, like we said above, where is it here? For the power supply, get a 10850. I would say a Seasonic, because this Seasonic's actually elite. Literally get a 850 watt platinum Seasonic. This is minimum, the minimum, and then get just a 1000 watt gold. Or I would say I would personally go with a platinum gold, but those are a lot. I mean a platinum 1000 watt, but those are a lot of money. Good luck. You're gonna be going against the miners, brother. Let me see. So Seb, i9900K, he has a Z390E Asus TUF 3080 overclocked and 16 gigabytes of DDR4. What about the now, did you build that, or literally did you like get that pre-built? Just saw Jay's 2 cents video on Ryzen running cooler under load than idle. Pretty insane. Oh, literally, Glizzy, I couldn't. It's like what's been taking me so long to like analyze this and research it was basically like just me becoming mind blown and pushing Ryzen to the limit. Because when you get a Ryzen processor, right, which is the best for gaming right now, like the new Ryzen processor 5000 series are the best for gaming right now. When you get those, you literally are the engineer. They do not come like optimized. So basically you gotta know what you're doing, or that processor is going to get fried, or it's just not going to perform as well. When I first got mine was not performing like how I thought it was. I was like, there's no way I'm going to let these 10900Ks beat me. No way I'm going to let these Intel guys beat me. So literally I had to research until I literally just got it perfect. And now I could probably like, this is what I'm releasing for like our next step in like optimizations. Basically everybody that's getting an optimization from now on, they are extremely lucky, because there's so much more stuff that comes into these optimizations that we're about to do. It's crazy, man. So literally the 5950X is absolutely dominant over Intel right now. It's not even like, I'm not a fanboy or anything, but it's not even a competition anymore. It's crazy, dude. It is actually insane. Because if you think about it, Ryzen versus Intel, and I'm going to answer your questions in chat. I apologize about that, boys. Ryzen's cooler Ryzen uses less power. Ryzen has better FPS if optimized. Ryzen has more cores. Ryzen is better at multitasking. Ryzen is better at gaming. This is where everybody like, this is the last stand of Intel. And literally Intel is just more convenient. And Intel is in stock. That's the breakdown right there. That's just a breakdown. That's tragic, brother. Let's see. What do you think the FPS difference would be between a 3900X and 2080 Super versus a 10900K? Oh, it'll absolutely obliterate it. Like, see, previous gen Ryzen is shocked, right? So literally he asked 10900K, which is Intel's flagship, right? Or the 3900X, or let's even say the 3950X, which was Ryzen's previous flagship, right? If you compare these two, Intel absolutely obliterates Ryzen when it comes to single core gaming. They were literally dominant in that, and that's the difference that the Ryzen 5000 series makes, because literally there's nothing that an Intel chip has on a Ryzen 5950X. Like, there's not one thing. It's actually insane. I use less voltage, I use less watts, I use less power, I get more performance. It's crazy. Intel really has to step up now. They really have to step up now. Hey, give me one moment, brothers. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see. Now, Gigabit X570. Yes, I need that link. I bought the part in December through Newegg. Try to return it, Kimball. Try to return it. Gigabit X570s had a major issue with just their power delivery, and literally it caused overheating. It caused a whole bunch of problems for the people that obtained it, and they're definitely not gonna like cover those other parts. So return that. Don't even use it. Stay safe. Get like a Asus Cross Hero or something like that. You know what I mean? Definitely stay safe. I would not even touch gigabit motherboards unless it's the B551, the new one. I got a 5900X, X570, 3200 megahertz, BDIE CL16. You said it's worth it to get 3600 megahertz CL14. No, we like the optimization does have for you, brother. If it's BDIE, like, no problem. We got you taken care of. You don't have to get like the other, even though I would recommend you get like 30. Just get BDIE with high capacity, and then we could take care of the rest. This guy, for Lena, this guy is the GOAT on knowledge. Oh no, brother, it's just repetition, iteration, brother. But honestly, this stuff is like, it's just the little things that people make decisions on, like when it comes to this stuff, is super important. And I just want to make sure that you guys are literally good and you don't have anything to worry about. So in the future, let's say like you saved 1,000 dollars from watching like one of my streams or something like that, you can get optimization. That is like an option for you. I'm gonna literally provide so much value to you guys that you're gonna be like, oh, okay, like I had 1,000 in savings, I might as well get optimization now, which is a win for you too. So that's how I think about it. Like when I do stuff like this, I don't mind like helping you guys at all. So let me see here. Oh, what's good, Blink? How you been, brother? Long time no see. I bought a ton of old GPUs to mine on. Price tripled before the mining mobile even came out in China. I just sold them back to the miners. Yeah, yuck. Go. Lizzie's a troll, man. No, literally miners are buying cards for bankroll right now. Like, because if you think about it, let's say I mined, let's say, give me 1 second, let's make a new thing right here, right? We're gonna name it mining, right? I'm gonna steal this font real quick, because when you think about it, you just get your money back. And I made a post about this earlier. EVGA 3080, this is the card I have, XC3, for the win, Ultra. I don't know if like graphics card names, bro. Literally EVGA 3080 X for the win Ultra, blah blah blah. It was $900 retail, right? I got extremely lucky. Then right now, today, one sold for $2,700. I am not kidding you. That post that I put up was literally a sold and shipped and confirmed it's all done card. Like, people are paying $2,700 for a 3080. So that's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Oh, thanks for the sub, Jet. Appreciate it, brother. And it's all because if I'm a miner and I buy a card for a $2,700, right? I'm gonna make that money just back in a year, and I get a free card while I'm at it. Plus I get more money, plus I get investments. Like, it's a win-win. To be honest, I don't even like blame them. That's just free money right there. It's low-key smart, but you really gotta have like resources to do that. It's crazy. Let me see. 10900K absolute max FPS in Warzone is what though? Assuming it's maxed out. What's your max FPS, Farina? It's different for everybody, cause it's not about like computers. You guys are gonna start seeing what I mean, right? Computers summed up, right? It's not about your fastest part. It's about your slowest part, because your computer will only go as fast as your slowest part. And I doubt that the 10900K is your slowest part. It'll either be RAM, power, or just basically in general probably your motherboard. Those are the top 3 most skimped out parts that people skimp out on. It's crazy. Thoughts on build? Fingrace, Rogue B550 MOBA, 5900X, 3070 FE. Oh, this is really... Oh, you have a dream, brother. You literally... You guys have dreams, bro. So basically, he told me that he wants this build, right? So he wants that. Now, let's give an example of a PC consultation, right? So what I would say is absolutely not. If you want it right now, you would go with a 10900K and probably like a 3070 BDIE RAM, right? Z490 e-gaming Mobo, same results, perfectly fine. Probably the 5900X is a tad bit better, but it's perfectly fine. And last thing would be optimization, right? And then if you need a really good build, I would go with a B550 gigabit, the new one. Then I would go with probably with the 5900X. Those are just so hard to get to. Let's say you did get a 5900X and you wanted a 3070, not Founders Edition. Why would you get Founders Edition? Those are extremely hard to get. I would go with Asus Strix, and I would probably recommend going with a 3080. Good luck finding an Asus Strix 3080. Then BDIE 4000 megahertz RAM, and then an optimization, and literally it'll absolutely, these two will absolutely obliterate this because it's the little things. And the RAM could be literally CL19 BDIE and it's fine. So that's gonna be perfect. So it's little things like that. The difference between this, what he told me, and this, the difference because of this is 20 to 100 frames. Easy. Like, it's, I don't even have to guess that. It's easy. So definitely that's what I would recommend, brother, for sure. Do you have any study playlist? I feel like you have God, good. I actually can't focus like while listening to music. I can sometimes, but it's like really difficult to me. How do you guys even do that? Like, do you guys listen to music when you like do homework and stuff like that? It's actually insane. Yo, Blink's a troll, dude. Blink, what are you running with, Brink? Let me see. And an Asus 1200. Should I upgrade the 3900X Asus Hero? 3080, 64 gigs of RAM, 3600. Just literally upgrade the 5900X. Why do you have a Zotac 3080? It doesn't matter, just keep it if you have it. Get BDIE RAM and you're fine, you're chilling. And get an optimization, because literally I have the same motherboard. I will do you nice. Do you, bro, you got, oh no, I sniped a 5800X for retail. Think I should flip it and get a 5900X or keep? Don't flip unless you already have a 5900X, or you have the money to get one first, and then you could like just sell the 5800X for more. But you might not be lucky twice, brother. I'm telling you. Hey man, I thought a 3600X CL18 was good. What's wrong with it for Warzone? Because Corsair RAM, this is the thing. This is the Corsair RAM equals 99% of the time not BDIE, which equals slowest part, which equals less performance, which equals you aren't gonna be happy. Just like that. Just exactly like that. So definitely I would recommend, if you can get, let me stop. Hold on boys. Let's stop playing games here. Hold on. So we're looking for RAM. looking for RAM. I'm going on Amazon right now for you guys. Right now for you guys. I'm gonna link it. You guys will have no excuse. Do not get anything else but this. Do not try to get anything better, because literally better RAM is about $200 to $400 more. So basically, let me look for it. I will give you guys the link right now. So basically, I'm going to show you guys what I got. This. I am linking it right now. Save it. Get it. LOD, don't use that list, because literally I recommended that at first and I regret it, because people are paying literally double the price because they're like scalping it and like increasing the prices on it. And this is 10 times cheaper and does exactly the same as any of those RAMs in that list. So I would go with this. Don't even think about the rest. Just go with this for RAM and you're gonna be fine. So let's see here. Where are we here? 2x16, by the way. Yeah, that's not even, Snippy, that's not even a huge deal, I'm telling you. I used to want 2x16. I'm telling you, it just doesn't even matter. Just get 4x8 and you're gonna be fine. I'm telling you, more than enough. I thought I needed 64 gigs. I don't. Really don't. Plus, it makes it harder on just the system itself in a weird way. It's like really complicated when it comes to that. X570 Asus TUF Gaming Mobo. If it's a newer version, that's fine. I would recommend for the X570s Dark Hero. If you're trying to get an X570, right, you want a Dark Hero X570. You want literally probably the Asus, the one I have, Cross Hero. Then you will probably want what else? I would go MSI. MSIs are really good. So any of these is fine. And I heard the Gigabyte B550, the new versions from Gigabit, is really good too. So if you're looking for a Ryzen motherboard, get these. Any of these is fine. But the Dark Hero, this is the best. And it's getting scalps, so good luck. Couldn't find one. Let me see here. So, I want to see my specs for the second PC that you directed me to get. And the one we were talking about, the last Super Saiyan optimization. The one we are taking the last Super Saiyan optimization. Oh, what's your specs, Ravi? Got the stream PC? Hold up, brother. Grizz MT. Yo, what's good, Grizz? How you been, brother? Diego, I only got 750 watts with a 3080 and a 5900X. Is that enough for optimization? Yeah, that's fine. Not like all of this that I'm saying, it's not necessary. Like, you don't need to get an 850 watt platinum Seasonic like power supply. I'm just saying that for your best interest. So in the future, like, oh, you're not gonna have like power issues with your 5900X or your 3080. But you, especially Diego, like a 5900X and a 3080, that goes well together, because the 5900X is cool. It's cooler, right? So it's like super low temps and it doesn't take a lot of power. So with a 3080, 750 watts is gonna be fine. I just personally would just recommend like 850 if possible. I've been good, brother. Hope you're doing well. Oh, hope you're doing well too, brother. What you been up to, Blinks? Literally, I've been seeing the YouTube grind, bro. This guy is crazy, dude. Holy crap. Glizzy sold a bunch of 3080s. I mean, 480s and 580s for 400 a pop. They can have that? Yes, sir. See, this guy knows. This is literally the best time to sell any kind of tech part. Like, literally the best time. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin. Like, literally. What's crazy, right? Is that markets, let's say. And I'm going to call it the gaming markets. Everybody's talking about the crypto market, right? Oh, thanks for the follow, Gaunt. Everybody's talking about this market, right? And nobody's looking at just the gaming market in general. I don't know if you guys realize, but literally the gaming market has a higher ROI than crypto right now. Example, MK 3080, $900 2 weeks ago. Right now, $2,700, and it's just gonna only go up. It is absolutely literally PC parts have become investments. It's actually insane. It is actually insane. Like, so if you could get your hands on like a good graphics card, like that would be awesome. Just build yourself like the best PC possible, guys. Only got a 7. Okay, let me see here. Boom, pulled that up. Oh, I'm trying to say your name as best as possible. How do you pronounce that, brother? I don't want to mess it up. I'm great. So he has a Ryzen 3600. Oh, should I get a Ryzen 3600 or a i5 10400? What's the budget right now? And why would you go with the old ones? Because if I look up a 3600 X Ryzen, right? How much is this right now? $200. Look up a 10850K. This is like $350 at Micro Center, I believe. I'm not sure if they still have it. Even at $400, it's pretty decent. Look at that. Got you guys. Easy. Dubs. Get this. Don't even think about it. You're gonna get this, which is gonna give you max. This is gonna give you max like 120 frames. This is going to give you everything you want. What's the difference? $100 more. $100 more. Absolutely insane. Things like that. So let me see. Oh, we reached 100 messages. Let's get it. My max FPS right now is 220 in Warzone. Warzone, Cold War, DLS. So you have a maximum of 220 right now. Your maximum, Farina, is literally my average right now, probably. So definitely you could get more. You could get way more juice out of that. A 10900K should be going crazy high, especially if it's like the Google log or something like that. You should be getting way more than 220. On Warzone / Cold War, DLSS on or off? That's a good question. So like DLSS in general. Boom. I swear there's a way to like save the fonts, but I don't know why I'm doing it. So DLSS usage, right? So DLSS is basically just to give you a summary, and tech nerds like me, we're gonna literally say, oh, you're completely wrong, it's not just upscaling, but literally from just a literal perspective, it is AI upscaling your resolution from a lower resolution, which Nvidia is really good at doing, right? So let's say you had a 3080, you are on 180p, then DLSS is going to upscale from 720p to 180p. What does this do? This equals more FPS because it's not doing as much work, and AI is just basically determining just the best looking 180p from a 720p image. Now it's great for like increasing FPS, however it's blurry most of the time, unless it's 1440p or higher that you're upscaling to. Wouldn't recommend it. And why? It's because 180p is more CPU intensive. So literally upscaling from 720 to 180p, it's not going to make that much of a difference. And how you could tell is just basically turn your literal, like your program down to 720p, right? Check the frames. That's how much you would get using DLSS, and then turn it on for 180p. No DLSS. Check FPS. You'll see that it's almost the same amount of frames. Almost the same amount. So I wouldn't recommend it. It's great though. It's a great option to have for like really intensive games. Is G-Scale more likely to be BDIE RAM than Corsair? Don't Abyss, don't think of it like that, because that's a dangerous way to think about it. Literally get the link posted here. Don't even give any more thoughts in it, brother. Literally, I'm telling you, I went through hours of research regarding that, and you will not be able to tell no matter what, because manufacturers, like if you go on Newegg, you won't be able to tell like what's BDIE and what's not. It's not an option to filter. The only option to filter is probably like the link that Lot sent, but all of those are either sold out or double the price. So legit, this is the last like BDIE left, like literally the last. I believe these are my specs: a 10850K Comet Lake, 10 core, Nvidia RTX 2070, and 3000 megahertz RAM. So for you, Blink, I would recommend, if you want it, that's a really great upgradable PC. Oh no, because of your motherboard. Was it pre-built, Blink? Oh, thanks for following, nerd. Because this looks like the definition of usual pre-builds. Then I could like work on that. Let me see. Is G-Scale more likely? Okay, so B450 Tomahawk, Max Olo. Wait, what? Huh? Alloy? DDR4 16 3200 CL16 1.35. So basically that's decent. That's decent. I don't like 3200 megahertz RAM because it's literally a guessing game at that point. 3600 is just better quality in general, and it's just more, it's better to tell what like actual kind that you have like before you get it. Like, oh, thanks for the follow, Cliche. Bead, like with 3200, it could have nice timings and it could be anything. So I don't like that in general. I would definitely recommend like 3600 or more, and definitely BDIE. B450, I would not recommend that, but if you already have it, Oh, you're talking about for your build in general. No, this is absolutely not. This is a streaming build. If you want a streaming PC, probably get something like this. But if you don't already have like a build yet, and this is what you're looking at, no. Just go with one of the ones I recommended earlier in the stream, for sure. And that'll save you a lot with more performance, brother. Is there 32 gigabyte 2x16 of that RAM? No, brother, definitely not. Literally don't change anything, just get that one, I'm telling you, and just call it a day. Just call it a day. I have been looking for 2x16 RAM. It is a rabbit hole. Like, let me just tell you, it's a rabbit hole. So if you want 2x16, right, let's compare real quick. Let's compare real quick, right? RAM. So, of course you want BDIE. We all want BDIE, right? And BDIE is scarce right now. He's asking for 2x16 versus 4x8, which is smart. But what I discovered is just a tiny little detail, nothing too major, is 2x16 equals around, a BDIE equals around $600 to $900. Let's even say 500 after tax. This 4x8, what's the price of that RAM? Hold on. Whether they involve gravity or nature. Wasn't this one right? Was it? Yeah, it was. Okay. So that's around 150 times 2, $300. $300. Difference in performance? Probably 1 to 3 FPS. So what's like you see what I mean now? Like, definitely just do this, bro. Just do this for sure, 100%. I currently have a 3080 Founders Edition. I heard your opinion on it before, but anyway, that with a 10900K, which I want to upgrade, but I also have a Corsair 2x16 32 gigabyte. That's why I was asking, how much do you think it's limiting FPS? I only have a 30. That's probably like your depending on what's your like memory, that's probably like your biggest limitation right now. This is holding you back the most. I can't say for sure like how much, but that's a really unbalanced build because graphics cards. We're about to make a list of this, boys. Graphics cards, right? So theme of this is unbalanced builds. So if you're on CPU intensive programs, right, and you have a i9 9900K and you have a 3090 FE, which probably you got it, and that's perfect. Literally keep that. But what I would have done instead was find a 5950X and a 3070 to 3080, and the difference in price for a 3090 is like, what, it's like $1,500 now. It's actually insane. Literally, that would have covered this for $800, this for $800. You could have got a whole PC for that. But definitely, it's great that you have this. That's gonna be perfect because that's gonna come in handy. But for, let's say, Warzone, for example, this will make a 3070 versus a 3090 on 180p equals 0 difference. That's pain right there. If you have a 3090 for $1,500, you better be playing in 1440p or 4K. And you better get a 240 hertz 1440p monitor. This is what you need. Because you joined the big boy leagues. Now you got to play the big boy games. So this is definitely what you need right there, for sure. Let me see. What are the types of coolers that help give animations on it? Oh, you're asking for like what I have like right now? The NZXT. Let's say for example, NZXT Z73. AIO equals the GIF coolers. So that's like what I have currently. So this is definitely, and they're pretty good. Keep it cool. Like right now, like my PC is, oh look, it's the RAM. That's crazy. So literally my PC is 48 degrees right now. Chilling, streaming, no biggie. Let me see here. Oh, what's good, Jagger? How you been, brother? Which competitive settings would G-Sync monitor in Cold War Warzone? Cold War and Warzone's completely different, brother. You're gonna have to give me one of those. But G-Sync equals off. Just don't even do it. Just don't even do it. Trust. But just go all low settings and disable most of that stuff and you're gonna be fine. Trust me. For Reyna, I'm getting 220 max FPS with a 10700K 2070 Super. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's all right. Let me see. I am LOD. For a 10900K for it, you're gonna get way more though. Super more. For example, my max FPS is 350. So you definitely have a lot of headroom for that. For sure. And the 10700K is pain. Because with the 10700K, it equals 10 cores with 2 dead cores, basically. So you get the downfalls of having 10 cores without the benefit. Because 10 cores is a 10900K. And this could all core at 5.0 to 5.3. Easy. All day. So definitely that's the difference. Like this thing is absolutely crazy. It's just a little hot though. So okay, homie said 10700K 3070 gigabit Z490. How many frames would I get streaming Cold War? No idea, brother. No, absolutely no clue. I would go for a 10900K for sure, but I couldn't tell you the exact number for sure, brother. Let me see here. Ace is coming out with one 3.5 inch screen. Are they really? They really? What is it? 3.5 inches? Where am I gonna fit that? Where's that gonna fit? Can't fit anywhere, brother. Jeez. Originally, yes, Blink said. But I got my parts replaced recently. As in like the last 6 months, I upgraded from a Intel i7, additional SSD and more RAM. And I switched from the average CPU fan to liquid cooling. Oh, you did a great job, Link. You did a great job. That's literally a really great build just to upgrade and just have right now. Because you're chilling on that. You know what I mean? Gon said I can't get a i9 10850K. I don't have enough money, but what's better? Should I get the Those are my only two options. For what? What are you doing with your... What are you trying to get out of your build, Gon? And what do you have currently? Why are those your only two options? I built my PC in a... Digital Deke said I built my PC in a rush. i7 8700K 1660 Ti and accidentally got 32 gigabytes 3000 RAM. My Warzone FPS is 130 on low settings. It's not a bad PC. I would definitely like use that as a streaming PC like in the future, but that'll do for now, for sure. But yeah, 3000 megahertz, Jesus, brother, jeez. I'm not great. I'm not that great with PCs, but 16 gigabytes of RAM, only one stick, or 2 times 8. What's better? 2 times, literally just get the exact RAM I linked, and that's all you gotta worry about. Just get this one right here, for sure. Nothing else, literally nothing else. I have a budget PC and I'm looking to buy a new one. Would you be able to make some improvements? Oh, so I'm getting a bit. I have 2 PC part figures. Gotcha. Can you show me a $700 build? So regarding like full builds, guys, I can't go over like the full builds completely. I can just make recommendations on like builds you guys already been working on. But I pretty much, if you want me to like just go through like just fully your build and make sure that you get the best of the best, literally just get a consultation and save like the hassle, because I cannot tell you how much time I have spent on like just picking parts that I wish I just could have done with something else. You know what I mean? Like literally just save yourself the hassle and just get a consultation. But I'll try to like do the best I can to see these builds. $700 build, just get either save and don't get one yet, or literally get like a PlayStation 5 or just an Xbox. Because if you're not getting like at least like 1,000, 1,500, I would say is like the point that I would go for PCs, then you might as well just get like a console. Call it a day, for sure. Water cooler. What cooler would you recommend for a 10900K? Basically, I believe it's called AIO Arctic Freeze 360 millimeters cooler. That's the one I would recommend for sure. These are great. No RGB though, but they're budget friendly, they're valuable, and they're great if you could get one in stock. So that's gonna be awesome for you. Let me see here. Hey man, I got a 9900K at 32 gigabytes of... Okay. Should I upgrade CPU or wait until next gen? Should I upgrade my CPU or wait a year till next gen? Thanks. Literally, you have a i9900K and you have a 3080. That, just don't upgrade. For sure, just don't upgrade. Just chill with it until it just doesn't work. But I'm telling you, i9900Ks are good. If you want to like get more performance, always you just go to SENSEQUALITY. But other than that, like, you're chilling, brother. Thanks for the knowledge. You're actually a goat. You're goated at life. No problem, Farina. Sure. Free sync off on monitor. Free sync off on literally any sync off. Period. No frame, like literal frame limits. That's frame limits. Or this would be 300 30 30. So that's for sure what I would use. But for somebody getting over 300, just go unlimited. Let me see here. Oh, Ryzen CPU, which is better, overclock or undervolt? Huh? Overclock or undervolt? I don't think I understand that question, Rama. Ryzen CPU, literally don't touch it, bro. Like, just don't touch it unless you really know what you're doing. That's legit what I would recommend. Like, it is a whole different beast when you try to like actually go into like your Ryzen CPU. It's crazy, dude. What cooler would you recommend for it? Okay, so we went through that. We went through this. Do you know how to get your CPU GPU usage lower? Sometimes the game runs a bit too high on my games run a bit too high on games. So XQ, why would you want to get it lower though? Like, what's the goal regarding that? Gone. Only gaming, no streaming. I don't have a PC. I use a laptop right now. Still planning to get a new PC. Alright, Gone. Literally, just don't get a PC with just $700. Like, just save if you're gonna actually like just get a PC. If you're not gonna save the $1,500, just get a console, call it a day. Telling you, it's just not worth it at that point. Vingrace, I have an ITX board, only 2 DIMM slots. I bought the RAM you suggested. Is 16 gigabytes enough? Yep. You have my personal build up there. It's actually my build, not a dream. Wait, which build? Which build, Vingrace? Let me see here. You are a go. Oh, no problem, Gone. Stimpy, what frames should someone be getting that has gotten an optimization from you and Super? That's huh? So this question, right? I would have no idea what frames you would be getting. So why I don't answer these or can't tell you guys the answer is because if I tried to answer this, I would be lying if I could tell you before I saw like your exact build and before I went into it exactly how much frames you would be getting for a certain architecture, like with exact parts, because literally everybody's frames are different. Even if you have the same like 10900K, you could have legit the same build, exact same build as someone and get completely different frames, because silicon lottery comes into play. A lot of things come into play regarding it. How much could your CPU load without like crashing and stuff like that? So it's a lot that goes into that. If I were to tell you, oh, you could just get 200 FPS like me and Super, then I would just literally be lying. So, and I'm not trying to like just lie to you guys. So basically, if you want to know an estimate of your frames, there's really no way to tell, especially in like Warzone. There's no way to tell, and it changes like every update. It's crazy. What tweak programs should I use to unlock my CPU and RAM, part control, etc.? Don't. Literally from that question, don't. Like, do not. I'm telling you, I've literally had people, oh, I don't want to get an optimization, let me just do it myself. Comes to me, oh, my PC won't start up because I try to overclock it from like this YouTube video. Why won't it start up? Oh, did you change like the voltage and like create the offsets and like do the C state and everything like that? Did you disable PBO and stuff like that? No, I just put it on like 5.3 and then I just started it up. Oh, that's why. So you literally fried your PC. That's what happens. All the amount of messages like that. Just do not touch your PC. Let it rock. If you don't know how to overclock, yes, you could learn, but it's to do it right, it's really crazy, bro. with, let's say, a 3 series card and a 9900K, wouldn't be able to tell you, brother. Because what kind of 3 series cards? For example, my card could clock to like 1905. Oh, is it a Zotac? Zotacs can't clock as high. i9900K, do you have good silicon? What's the RAM like? What's the motherboard like? What kind of power supply do you have? Is your storage fast enough just to run a game in time? Like, it's so much stuff. Wouldn't be able to tell you from those 2 things. I'm off for the day. Hope you have a good one, bro. Oh yeah, for sure, SBG. Hope you have a good one, brother. How can I adjust my fan? I have no clue what to adjust them to. Literally just go into your BIOS and you could adjust like the Q fans. And if you have no clue, just have Q fan automatically do it for you. But other than that, just leave them as is, brother. Leave them as is, or full speed. But full speed is a little bit loud. My build was my build was a 5900X, 3070, 3600 megahertz, CL18, G Skill, Trident Z. Okay, so basically with your build, 16 gigabytes is enough. Yeah, that's fine. Gone. Oh, thanks for the advice. I will save. Yeah, no problem, brother. Is there a big difference between Cat 6 and Cat 8? No, absolutely no difference. Cold War frame limit with 144 hertz monitor. Still 300, brother. Still 300. It depends on your specs, but you should cap the frames to 144. Nah, don't even cap it. Like, just don't even cap it, because that's only for G-Sync, and G-Sync is not really, it's not really smooth with it. You're gonna have a lot of issues. Just leave it at 300 and call it a day. For Arena, 2070 Super stays clocked at 2000 during games. I don't think 2000 megahertz. I don't believe that's right for Arena. Literally mine. So for example, my card, right? It is at 1800 megahertz right now. Let's say I open like Cold War or something, right? So let's open Modern Warfare. Let's see what it does here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's an update. Do that. And just watch the clock speeds, because I don't think it goes up above like 1800 for sure. Let me see. How does the power supply? Oh no, the chat gone. No, where'd it go? All right, boom, 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 boom. And then where is it here? Still at 1800. So this is like an OC card too. So basically, doesn't go that. I mean, max it could go 1800. I mean, max it could go like 1905 plus more if I overclocked it, but it doesn't go that high. Boom. And let's see here. How does PSU affect performance? Is that just OC headroom? Like, serious question. I ordered a 1000 watt Seasonic. Not too sure about the features of PSU. You're fine. If you have a 1000 watt Seasonic, you have way more than enough. Way more than enough. Actually, with a 3090, like, that's fine. Homie, how about response time settings on monitors? Fast, normal, fast, fastest? You really set it, response time settings? So that's a question I can't answer, brother. Because do you have the same motherboard, like monitor as me? If not, then you know what I mean? And every monitor has different response times as well. So if you're looking for response times in general, what you want is basically to look up accurate input latency of the monitor, and you want to get the lowest input latency with all the features that you want. And that's basically the biggest difference. But in a monitor setting, you can't really change a lot. You do ELMB, all that stuff, but it doesn't change that much. ELMB like increases input latency. G-Sync, that increases input latency. All that stuff increases input latency. Anything that you do to your monitor. If you get a PC that only needs 500 watts and have a 650 watt PSU, you're fine. That's perfect. Like, just get a PC that literally you get a power supply that you don't have to upgrade in the future. It's just future proof. That's definitely what you want. Cold War clock told me that at least. Oh, the Cold War clock told you that. Cold War's tripping. What in the world? Is it getting hot for you? My fans are loud. Is there a way I can lower it? And what too? If they're loud, don't lower it, don't lower it, bro. They're loud for a reason. You were goated though. Oh, you were goated though, for real. Thanks for answering my questions. Yeah, no problem, Snippy. Boom, 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 boom. But Jungie, like, you don't, if they're loud, that probably means that it needs more airflow. Just don't even lower it, brother. My temp is 60 C. Now that's like, so there's a difference between like your GPU temp, which is temps combined, and like things like, for example, junction temp, etc. Because, and this is what I'm saying, these are the little things that people don't tell you about, which is huge. Because with a miner, let's say a miner sells you a card, it's gonna show those same good temps, right? But if you actually look into it, you're gonna see this. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna open hardware info. This is really good at just like telling you exactly like the temperatures of everything, right? So give me 1 second as this opens, because I'm assuming it's an overclock 2070 and you ups like the cores or something like that on here, which is fine if it's stable. But if you literally up it to the point where, let's say, where is it GPU, your junction temp is above like 70 80, then that's way too high. So there's different kinds. See how much depth it goes into. It's crazy. So you're probably seeing this temp, but look at this temp. Way more. Super way more. So definitely I would consider that. And this is an overclocked card. Like, I overclocked this to the brim with more watts and everything. And it's only running at 40 Celsius. So if you're running at 60, that's a little, I would just recheck that just to make sure your card doesn't bum out on you. That's the last thing that you want, brother. The last thing that you want. Let me see. Power plans affect your CPU. Does power plans affect your CPU temps? Yeah, I can. What's better, 10900K or 5900X? 10900K. Can you tell me about your background? How did you start optimizing internet and computers for your gaming? So basically, that's a good question, Vin Grace. And I apologize for all the people I'm saying like I can't answer your question. Literally, the reason why I'm saying I can't answer your question is because I'm not like the type of person like those marketers and stuff like that. They're gonna be like, oh dude, for sure you're gonna get like 300 FPS no matter what. Like, definitely get this part. Oh, you're gonna get this exact FPS even though I don't even know your exact build. Like, I'm gonna be real 100% with you, you know what I mean? So definitely that's why I'm not like refraining from those questions, because those questions, if it wasn't like me and it was like somebody else that's trying to like sell you something, they would definitely like be like, yo, I could guarantee it, take your money, you don't get it, you're not happy at the end, and then you're gonna be bummed out. I do not want that. Just trying to provide you guys the best value with being 100% honest. So basically Vin Grace asked for my background, right? Optimizations, let's get it. So I gotta do this every time. No, hold on, still in the 30 real quick. There we go. And taking this. So I started basically optimizations. The big thing about it is optimizations aren't only for gaming. Like, literally it's really good with gaming because it's in that community, but I've done like music producers, designers, remote workers, and of course there's just a gaming portion in general. But the thing about it is, SENSEQUALITY tunes the optimization based on like your needs, so that's why there's like a whole form and stuff like that, and based on those needs, that's how we handle like every optimization that we do. So a lot of optimizers, they would go into your PC, no matter who you are, do the exact same thing. Oh, uninstall, debloat Windows, done, you're good. And literally Windows debloating or doing a whole bunch of stuff on Windows is only probably 1 to 5% of the whole equation. There's way more to it than this. So I wanted to make a difference, like regarding in terms of the PC world, to prevent you from just going to these people and not getting like the performance that you want. So how I started was I started just doing like regular clients, right? Or regular gamers. And then it increased and I worked my way up to just professional esports players. So for example, last year, before champs, there's CDL champs online, right? Last year, and I'm really known. Like, I started off with internet, then the CDL transitioned to PC, and I literally, oh my gosh, the amount of time I've put in to just optimize like perfectly, like just get it in tune perfectly, is insane. So I wanted to make sure that like every like professional player or just every person that SENSEQUALITY work with was good for anything that they needed. So let's say your internet's bad, oh, internet optimization. PC is bad, PC optimization too. Stream's bad, stream optimization. Like, we literally could just do it all. So basically it started with I would say like the big like kickoff was CDL champs, because before champs I optimized Dallas Empire, which was Clayster, Illy, Shotzi, Crimsix, and Huke. So before champs I optimized Dallas's internet, right? And then guess what happened? And it's not because of me, because they're actually nasty, but the results were Dallas Empire won champs. and fried. Like they literally just fried. So after that, it kind of exploded, and now we're here today. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. But for sure, like, then we went into, so we started with internet, and then we specialized in PCs. What else? Streams. We have graphic designers. We have web devs. Hopefully we have literally audio. This is the one I'm working on right now. Hopefully we can get this through. We got audio specialists, right? So basically what we're working on now is audio stream loops, so you don't get copyrighted with DMCA, and you get custom stream loops as well. And then we have like personalized songs. Like, we do it all, brother. So now it came from me basically being on like a $200 PC. This is what I'm telling you guys. You don't need like the craziest like equipment. You don't need like a 3080 to enjoy yourself. Like, literally, I was on a $200 PC, started this, and now after the fact, like, I could get just the PCO one. So definitely that's how like all like came about, brother. It's been crazy. So then after Dallas Empire, it went from like Dallas to like basically the CDL. So we have done SENSEQUALITY has done optimized, I would say like 90% of CDL players. So definitely, like, it's been like a ride. I always remember I was telling myself, like, oh, just wait until I get to do one professional player, then they'll see like how much value it gives. So yo, it's actually insane that we're doing it today. That's actually insane. But yeah, it's been crazy. I can't wait for my optimization Sunday. Can't wait either, brother. Let's get it. Let me see. So I got a 3080 Founders Edition, and light doesn't turn on no more. Updated the BIOS. Do you know why? No idea why, Jesky. That's weird. The light doesn't turn on. Junction temps got you. Yeah, Gigabyte overclock 2070 supercard. Apparently platforms close to a 2080. Offset clocked it further to get 2000 megahertz. See, now for real, like, that's the thing. Like, so if you're playing Warzone and you're overclocking your graphics card, and basically that will make like a 1 to 5% difference versus, because that's a CPU intensive program, and that's the same for Cold War. So I would prefer you have like the longevity of your card versus that 1 to 5% difference in frames, because it just doesn't make, I mean, with a 2070 Super, I guess it would make sense. 2070 Super, that would make sense. If you didn't get like as much frames as it was stock, then yeah, it's perfectly fine, as long as the junction temps are like still stable and everything, but not too high. Yours is running way harder than mine, and I'm like literally streaming open Warzone and everything like that. That is no bueno. So I would definitely try to get the temps down a little lower. Let me see. Let me see. What type of LAN cables do you recommend for gaming? Cat 6. Just Cat 6 and above, and that's fine. Do you recommend disabling Windows 10 Defender to boost game? No. Alright. Oh, Queen, it's them kind of hours. Yes, it is. They smoked everyone in one champs. Yep. Like, basically. But gone. What? Let me see. Do you recommend disabling Windows Defender to boost FPS? It's those kind of things that people get like from YouTube videos. So basically he asked, disable Windows Defender for 1% difference, right? No. If you want to get your bank literally robbed so quick that you don't know what happened, disable Windows Defender and don't run an antivirus. Do never ever disable Windows Defender ever in your life. Like, that is the #1 rule ever, because your safety is way more important than frames. Way more important. And let me see. I learned about you from Scump's stream when he fixed his internet. But what started your love for doing this? Did you just try to fix your own internet and liked the process? So Vingrace, like, what started it? What did start it? Basically, I was like a bio student before this, like, so it wasn't my trajectory. I just got extremely lucky with it. But I've always been like really my passion, or just my drive, is this right here. You guys as gamers have probably the top market right now compared to probably any other industry. You can name any industry to me. Probably crypto is the only industry that can compete with gaming tech as a whole. Like, that's the only industry that can compete right now, because the margins are so high right now. Like, you're buying 3080s for like $800. Everybody wants to be in this industry. The problem with our industry is that I realize people get completely ripped off all the time, and you guys don't even know it. Like, literally, it is so, like, that really gets to me. And ever since, like, I had like optimization with a guy, he saved up, got his PC, got a pre-built, and they completely ripped him off with everything. He couldn't even like do anything with it. He couldn't even like do what what it was intended to do, and why he bought it in the first place. And a PC build, like, when you're building a PC, like, that's a huge investment. So that really, like, that hurts me in general, like, to see you guys get ripped off. And that's why I offer optimizations, because, like, literally, I could probably just, if I wanted to, I could probably just right now stop, make a software, put it on a website, you guys download it, boom, done. But I want to make sure that you guys are not only optimized but educated, so in the future, like, it's kind of lifetime. Like, you'll have it for life and you don't have to worry about anything, you know what I mean? You're not getting scammed in the future as well, thinking that you need like a 3080 water cooled like edition or something like that. Because a lot of, I'm telling you, like, the people that have gotten optimized, like, on average, probably got taken out of $500 from other sources, such as like people getting scalped 3080s or something like that, and they bought it from a miner. Like, stuff like that is happening, and I'm just trying to make you guys aware. The horrible part is that, like, for gaming especially, nobody takes you guys serious, because as gamers, I'm gonna tell you like why in a minute. Nobody takes us serious, even though we're one of the top markets, if not the top market. Number two is that we believe literally anything that someone with a big name says. So if gamers will all, like, literally, I'm telling you, every single post or every single stream this happens, someone would come with something like from YouTube. Oh, but let's say like Linus said this is how it works, and I'm like, no, literally that's not how it worked. Like, and because Linus said that, he spent like $1,000 getting like a 3090 instead of a 3080 when he's a Warzone player and he didn't know that $1,000 could have gone through his whole PC and he could have got a 3070 instead, and he would have got way more frames than getting a 3090. Like, stuff like that happens all the time, and I'm just trying to prevent that from happening. I'm just trying to change the way that gamers think in general, so we'll be better in the future, and we'll just be like educated in the future, you know what I mean? So a lot of, like, I don't know about you guys, but like, we are really hard-headed. Like, we are really hard-headed. So people all the time will come to me and be like, yo, I could just learn the same thing, like the same thing from optimizations from YouTube videos and stuff like that, right? And they don't understand that even if you go on YouTube videos, which is not how I learned, like literally 99% of YouTube videos about optimizations are completely trash. Like, it doesn't make any sense, waste of time, doesn't make a difference. And it's all in like Windows and stuff like that. You could go learn YouTube videos, but the first risk that you're taking is it probably isn't going to make a difference 99% of the time, because the YouTube video is just like promoted for their thumbnail or promoted for their tags or their catchy title with clickbait or something like that. And it's not going to tell you it's not going to tell you what you need to know. Number two is, let's say like you're going out and looking like for the exact information that people get with my optimizations. I doubt 99% of those people like going out and doing that instead of getting an optimization are reading like peer-reviewed journals or like Windows actual documentation from like Microsoft themselves. They're going out and taking the easy way from a third-party source. So that's number two. Number three, which is really like, it's really like just us in general, like as gamers, not understanding time. They're going to look for hours on end, days on end, looking for exactly what they could have got for like a few $100, but they rather spend 48 hours of their life looking to see the wrong information. So that's an example of like just us as gamers just being difficult, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to like get an understanding of and just explain to people and try to change. Because, for example, like what I try to tell people that do that, I don't mind. Like, I used to mind like when people did that, right? They're like, oh, I could just get this online. Everything's online. Of course you could go get it online. But how much is your time worth? That's like the big thing. We're not selling, like I'm not selling, or SENSEQUALITY is not giving you like we're not optimizing your PC. We're not like doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. Of course we do, but that's not the point. The point is basically two things. We're providing you time, so like you save a crap ton of time regarding just your PC or any kind of tech issue you have, because your time's more valuable than that. Number two is, in general, we're providing you the education, so in the future you'll know exactly like what to get or like what to do when this circumstance happens. And I always, like for example, for internet optimization, if the router has it, for backups, I always create a backup for that exact reason, just in case it resets. So that's the kind of like approach I'm coming at with this. It's not really the most, like I could make way more money like just coming at this at like, okay, let me just take advantage of all this clout that I've got from these pro players, scam all these guys or blah blah blah. But I didn't want to do that, and I wanted to make sure that every single optimization that we've done at SENSEQUALITY is legit, as perfect as possible, like to the T. It literally, when I tell you, I could probably do optimizations, 30-minute sessions with everybody and knock out like the queue in a few days, yeah, I can do that. And people are telling me to do that. Like, you as a customer, like, coming to me, a lot of people in queue, they're like, oh dude, like, am I gonna get my optimization done yet? Am I gonna get my optimization done yet? And they don't understand that what they're doing in general is telling me that I should limit the time or limit the value that I provide them. And I'm not gonna do that, because I'm not gonna like limit just the value of that, because that just, what's the whole point? You're not gonna sense the quality, you know what I mean? That's why I literally named it for. So that's why basically, like, I really got into this, because I just wanted to just make a difference in general, brother. It's way too much. Like, I can remember when I was like back in like high school or whatever, like, literally, oh my gosh, like, I used to game just for fun, and I didn't know anything about like tech or whatever, so I could have easily gotten like scammed and stuff like that. So for someone to get, I'm not gonna like let someone get scammed in front of me, and I'm not gonna like perform like a half-done task. Like, if you heard from any of my optimizations, like, we go in. Literally, some takes hours. I don't have to do that. I choose to do that because I want to make sure you guys are good to go, because we want to provide that quality. And the last thing I would say about that is, like, with optimizers, like these optimizers here and there, blah, 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 with just people that are in tech that are really smart, the biggest thing I see that's like kind of bad is we are like, people in tech are extremely hard-headed. We hate thinking in first principles. We always think that we're right, and that's another difference I want to make. Like, I do not know everything, and basically every single person is different, and you can't put people's like optimizations in a specific category unless it's machine learning, for example. So unless you did thousands of optimizations, you have no idea like what that person needs until you go nosedive into it. So that's like a huge point as well. I know that was a bit of a rant, but those are like just my thoughts in general of like optimizations. I'm telling you, like, I probably declined around $30,000, $30,000 to $40,000 worth of optimizations last year, because I wanted to make sure that those people upgraded their parts and get the experience they wanted, instead of just getting optimizations, taking the money, being done with it. Like, I literally told people, no, I'm not gonna optimize you. Get this and that, then come to me and you should be fine. So literally, yeah, we go in. Still making like really good income, but still want to make sure we go in. Let me see. What's the best settings for Cold War? Mob said that really depends on like what you're doing it from. Let me see. That was a big rant. My bad, boys. My bad. But I hope that answered your question, Vin Grace. Go to hex quarters. I need you to hook up my optic boys with the best connection. Vin Grace, FaZe first. FaZe already got the first one. We need the leg up next time they match up. Yeah, bro. Like, optics actually fun this year. FaZe is too. Like, it's actually ridiculous this year. This year's gonna be fun. Let me see. True, the Super Week is gonna be pumped. Oh my gosh, I'm about to go through the blender in the Super Week. Like, this is gonna be crazy, bro. I love it though. We're gonna have a whole week of COD. Some people disable Windows Defender and install malware bytes instead. They call it a day. Yeah, that is not it. That's not it. Definitely don't do that. What's the best settings for Cold War? Okay, can't answer that. Is aim assist strength and consistency correlated to internet? On Warzone, it feels different every time I have a low ping. Yeah, literally, internet and like aim assist in general is correlated. Just internet and everything in Warzone's correlated. Like even peaker's advantage, everything like that, all of that's correlated to that. We got to put the stats on that site too. That's huge. Wait, what stats, Queen? Let's talk about. Let me see. Can you make a Windows 10 optimization guide? No, because literally Windows 10, like, God, Windows 10 optimization guide equals useless. Literally useless. Like, I'm telling you that from experience. I've done thousands of optimizations. Like, it's useless. So useless, because that's only 5%. Like, you really want only 5% of the pie, or do you just want to get the whole pie taken care of at once? Because even if I made that optimization guide for you for Windows, it's not gonna make a difference. Like, not gonna make a difference. Any clue why my Microsoft Notes isn't working? Keeps giving me this error. Did you run it as administrator, Gunji? And you have to make sure that you're signed into like the Microsoft account. Where can I get my PC optimized? Oh, Mom, so you just DM at SenseQuality on Twitter, and we got you covered, brother. So I'll just type in it here. Boom. Okay. Let me see. Do you run a mining program for your rig? Yeah, I run Nanominer. Pretty dope. I have a friend that got ripped off. They gave him a 3600 and 2080 Super and a 750 watt. It wasn't 80 plus and 1 stick of RAM. Yep, happens all the time. Doesn't surprise me. Where can I learn tweaking PCs without YouTube? Oh man, like, why do you need a, like, why do you want to learn though? Like, is that something you're interested in? If it is, then I would say go to Microsoft's API, learn all of that, learn Azure, because that's better. That's a better investment of your time than like actually learning just PC tweaks. If you wanted to learn PC tweaks, you could just read just the Windows 10 documentation and just the Windows 10 like kernels and all that stuff to make sure that everything's good. But literally that's a lot of time for 5%. So it's not a good like return of investment. 750 is fine, but I would prefer 850. Yes, YouTube optimizations are legit scams. Like, I don't care if it's recommended, it's probably a scam. Is there optimized packages? Yeah, there is, Mobster. Yeah, we do Cold War players all the time. Like, literally, we did 95% of the COP bros. So it's insane. We definitely got Cold War down pack. Do you know Deity? Yeah, I heard of them. So if Windows optimizations are only 5%, what are the rest? 95%? So for example, like, what are you optimizing Windows for? You were trying to reduce the latency, but the thing about it is, all right, let me hit you with this. Do you think that Bill Gates and everybody at Microsoft, when they were creating Windows 10, which the world is on right now, do you think that they wouldn't have that pretty configured already? Like, definitely the people that say, oh, I'm debloating Windows and all that stuff, right? And they were like reducing just the overall latency of Windows and stuff like that. For me, if I debloated Windows, it would make absolutely no difference because I have 16 cores and Windows debloat will probably make this 5%, 4%. Literally, only difference. I'm telling you right now. Any PC that's already a good build probably doesn't need like a Windows debloat. You could do something here and there, but it's different for everybody because that's your preferences on like what apps you actually use, what you don't need, and all of that stuff. like for input delay, there's way more to it than that, because if you're shooting a bullet in Call of Duty from you to the other person, you are going through your PC, you're going through then your router, your internet. So basically you got to optimize that too. If you're streaming, you got to optimize that for just the performance. Then you have to go to the servers, and do you know how the server works? Do you know the tick rates? Do you know what's the personal preferences of those servers? Then you have to go to the other person's connection, and then you have to come all the way back like that. So definitely that's what I would consider, like, that's what I think of when someone says latency. Latency is not just like Windows. Windows is already built with Windows scheduling to make sure that you probably get like the least latency possible. It's just that PCs, like my old one, like the $200 one, it's an old PC, so it's with all these new updates, it needs that debloating because it's less than $500, so it could run like perfectly smooth. But that's literally the example of what like debloating is really for. It's for like really outdated PCs. If you have like a gaming rig, you probably don't need like debloating, but you can do it anyway for that 5%. Of course you can, but literally there's so much to it, so much more to it. So 11900K is going to be worse for Warzone. That's what I've been hearing. Not worse, probably the same. Expand on nanominer. Nanominer is, it's basically just a miner for like Ethereum. So I just open it, boom, and it just starts mining. Click one button. That's why everybody's getting the 3080. It's crazy, bro. I don't have Twitter. Is there a website? Unfortunately, our website's not up yet, Mobster. So soon, like I believe Sunday is going to be the launch day for the website, but definitely I would say, I'll say just leave me just your email and we'll probably just email you. Or you could just email, I'll leave my email below, sensequality.com. Boom. So you can just email it there and we'll take like your inquiry. Perfectly fine, brother. No problem. Let me see. Trying to get better FPS, less input delay. Do you recommend? No. They are fully stripped. People legit use a 60 hertz monitor with a 2080 Super. Yeah, but see, like that's not gone. You're falling into the deep side, brother. Like he's falling into the dark side. No, literally, that's not gonna do much in terms of like gaming and stuff like that. Better FPS and less input delay. Any cons for overclocking controller trend going around? Yeah, you could overclock your controller, but just know there is like cons that come to it. So your like USB ports get hotter. Your controller deteriorates faster. It might not even do anything if your controller only pulls at 250 milliseconds. I mean 250 megahertz. So basically it's just a tad bit less input delay. I believe it's 8 milliseconds to 0.5 milliseconds. So that's pretty decent. So basically like you're trying to get your controller to mouse level polling rates. Is there anything I should buy? I'm not sure, Mobster. I would have to know like your exact build and everything, brother. Like as soon as you email me, I'll like just send you the document or questionnaire so you can fill it out, and from there I'll let you know what you can buy just to improve. I would recommend for routers either a NetDuma R2, XR500, or XR1000. So those are the three routers I definitely recommend. So custom OS are not worth it. No. Like why would you want a custom OS? Unless like you're coding in a Linux OS, or you're doing something for just development purposes, you shouldn't use a custom OS for sure. Let me see. I got 144 hertz monitor, big difference. Oh yeah, for sure. Like literally 60 hertz to 144 hertz is actually insane. It is actually insane. What is the best controller build wise? Right now, tough question. I've known that the Scuffs have the trigger stops or something like that, like the digital taps, which is pretty good. But the Battle Beavers are just better quality from my understanding. Yeah, even homie. Oh, yep, homie agrees. I have AT&T and apparently I gotta use their router. Oh, that's not a router, that's a gateway, Mobster. For sure. Cause just from like off the top of my head, you probably have a BGW 320. No, not even the 320 version. You probably have the 210. If you can upgrade to the BGW 320 version and get like an XR 1000, and then we can like optimize that for sure. But I went from 60 hertz when I first got my PC, and I felt like I've been missing out on life. But Gunless literally Gunless went through that. It's literally just a life-changing experience, I'm telling you. It's a life-changing experience going from 60 to legit. Oh my gosh. I can remember the first time I tried 240, I was like, no, like, it's weird. Like my hand to eye, like your eye to like reaction time is just right, just 1-to-1. Like I never felt that feeling before. It always felt like delayed, and you don't know that you were delayed that whole time until you actually do it. Are the CPU coolers that come with Ryzen CPUs good, or do you recommend buying a better one? Buy a better one. Buy just a AIO if possible. For like the GIF ones, like the AIO that I have, you would need the NZXT Z73 cooler, and it keeps it pretty cool. Let me see. Yeah, so this is at 45 right now. So this NZXT one I would definitely recommend, brother, for sure. Plus RGB. Added like 10 frames. You already know. More RGB, more frames. Let's get it. Do you reckon? Can you elaborate, Geno? I'm still on 60 sad. That's tragic, brother. Wait, I think somebody sent me a build. I completely forgot about this. So I'm gonna go over his build real quick. Hopefully he sees that. So let's go over this guy's build. Boom, bang. UK 5950X. If you can get one, perfect. Z73, perfect. Unify, it's alright. Okay, RAM, perfect. Samsung Evo, perfect. Barracuda. I wouldn't put a hard, like, I just got a 4 terabyte hard drive just because. But me personally, I wouldn't put like a hard drive in it. I would get like another NVMe or M2, because you're gonna have 2 M2 slots hopefully. I've got 3080. If you could get one of these, perfect. Cooler, huh? Just get a Lee and Lee if possible. I heard these are pretty decent too. I like Lee and Lee, so because more RGB. Come on now, need your RGB. Ultra gold. I would get the platinum version of this for sure. You don't need that though. You could get like a 10. You could get an 850 watt platinum Seasonic. You'll be perfectly fine. LL120. These fans are decent. I would get the QL versions though. The QL120 for sure. Let me see here. What do you think of buying pre-builts from Micro Center? If you get, like, if you're picking out the parts, then perfect. Like, if Micro Center is building it, no problem. But if they're picking out the parts, I would be really hesitant. That's something I would get like a consultation for. That's something, that exact reason's a really great reason to get one. Because a lot of people that got pre-builds don't know manufacturers scam out. Like, they don't scam out, but they just cut the price just to increase the profits of the motherboard, the RAM, and usually the power supplies. Because all you're looking at from your side is probably like the CPU and the GPU, and you probably like don't care about anything else. But definitely those three things can hold you back like crazy. Let me see. Can you suggest a budget build for Warzone? Say 750. Just get a PS5 or get like an Xbox. Because for 750, just don't even build like a PC at that point, because it wouldn't make sense. I would rather you like either save and get like $1,500 PC so you could be good in the long term, or just get that experience, and if you're getting it for gaming anyway, just get a console and call it a day. Get your 120 FPS and you'll be happy, brother. I'm telling you, for sure. But literally alone, BDIE alone for 750, like literally BDIE, like the cheapest version that I just showed everybody of that RAM, which is right here. This RAM is legit cheap as can be, and it is legit $300 like together. So if you want 4 sticks, that's $300 alone. So you only have another $450 to build a PC. So definitely, that's why I'm saying like you probably just want to go like console, bro, for sure. What is the best PC case for airflow? When it comes, there's a lot. Is the H510 actually that bad? Yeah, it's pretty bad. For airflow, when it comes to that, it's basically personal preference, because of course every PC case has different like intakes, exhaust, and just intakes in general. But basically it doesn't really matter as long as it's not like a really crappy case, like PC case. If you're getting like a Intel like H510, then yeah, that won't do. But if you're getting like a Lee & Lee or a Lee & Lee XL, that's perfectly fine. No problem. No problem with that at all. So definitely it's just more of like what you want in general, like what you're going for, because there's a lot of great PC like cases, honestly. Used market might be available to build a decent PC for cheap. Honestly, no, it's not. Do not, no, Snippy, no, do not go to the used market. You are paying the most right now. You are paying almost retail right now, if not more, going used. So definitely just get everything new, because you don't want a used PC that's not gonna work. Definitely want more. Let me see. Fractal is good from what I've seen. I get one of their cases. Yeah, I mean, it's really just like any good looking case. Like, get something that you want. I would say get something that's like aesthetically pleasing, because you're gonna look back at spending the band and you're gonna be like, oh dang, bro, I spent the band on a totally black case with no RGB. Like, definitely just get something that you find like attractive. Let me see, I forgot the RAM. So many people struggle with the power line adapter. Can this Which, power line adapters, can those be optimized or should you avoid? What do you mean the power line adapters? Power line adapters? What in the... can you give an your opinion about this build? No, just don't do it. Don't do it. Nope. Just get a PS5. Like literally just get a PS5. Not worth it for sure. Some people seem to struggle with power line adapters. Still trying to figure out that. Mesh font pretty much. Jeez. Let me see here. Yeah, Jen, like literally, like it's just not gonna be worth it, bro. I'm telling you. You're gonna get it, then you're gonna be like, dang, bro, I'm only getting like 70 frames. And PS5s get 70 frames for like the same amount. It's, you don't want to do that, brother. I'm telling you. My gaming PC has 0 RGB and couldn't fit into my office. Still gets me. Yup. Sometimes it's like that, bro. Yo. Bro, literally, like, just looking, I just wake up sometimes, I'm just like, damn, okay. There's like a sense, there's a good sense when you build your own PC that I didn't realize. Like, PC builders are awesome, but like when you build your own PC and like you achieve it, like you just look at your literal, you just look at your like PC like, damn, like I built that. And it's just a reminder every day. So I'm really happy that like I literally just did the RGB thing and just got it over with, because it kind of like motivates me every day to do better, stuff like that. So it's a positive. Well, we say, yo, lucky knows, bro. Is fiber network worth it? What other network would you get, brother? Literally, fiber is definitely worth it. Fiber is cheaper than cable if you think about it. Fiber is legit. Fiber connection is, I believe, $8. It's probably 50 to 100 bucks. Cable connection is probably like 80 to like 250 from what I've seen. So fiber's better and definitely worth it, because fiber is $1,000. Cable is only $1,050. Who has the best PC from the pros? The pro that has the best PC is either Illy, because he does not get below 300 FPS. Crimsix, because he can get up to 400 FPS. And probably, who else had a really good PC? I would say Jordan General, because he has like a water cooled like 2080 Ti. Like it's actually insane, and he gets like 250 FPS. So those three like probably have the best PCs. It's crazy, dude. I don't live in the US. Oh yeah, still worth it though. Still worth it. Power line adapter takes internet signal through power line of the house canal. Those still exist. Those still exist. Sheesh. Literally, he said a power line adapter. I'm like, yo, what is this? 1980s? Like, what's going on here? Like, basically, I would never use a power line adapter. I would just get a mesh system, call it a day. Like, why would you? I never understood those. Like, why? Never understood it. But a lot of people do it. Doesn't make a difference, but I would just use a mesh system in general, because mesh systems could go through walls because they have better bands and they have dual 5 gigahertz bands. So it's just better for you in general to use it. The top mesh system I know right now is probably the Asus one. The Asus one, literally, like, you go to your backyard in your pool, and it's like in your house, and you're still getting like internet perfectly fine, top speeds. In my country, everyone has fiber. It's built for everyone. It's not an option. Fiber is the only network we have. So how is it not? You didn't even have a choice. Why would you ask if it's worth it, Jen? What in the world? Top mesh systems. My internet is fiber powered, but not. Oh, okay. So it's basically like cable, hybrid fiber with like cable, and then you get the fiber lines. Yeah, definitely. That is literally a scam. Basically, I know a lot of UK or like European people I did for optimizations. Like for example, we've done the Call of Duty Challenger Champions from last year, and it was basically Denza that we've done, and he had, I believe it was either straight cable or just fiber to the node, then it was just cable throughout after. So Nolson had like cable, then as soon as it reached like just the node in general or just the server in general, it would just go straight fiber on the back end. So it's like hybrid fiber, which is okay, but it's like really on the upload end, it's really it's a lot of latency and throttling when it comes to that. Does the Ethernet cable matter? Yeah, just get a Cat 6, call it a day. That's it. Fiber is a glitch. I only have fiber to the node. Yeah, literally fiber is like great, bro. Great. Cause fiber, there's like a downside too, because you basically, like, let's say you can complete just a whole like let's say you completely just fry somebody in 1 second. That basically means that if that other guy has fiber, he could fry you too in 1 second. You know what I mean? So you got to think about that. I can't wait to get my optimization done soon. I know 3070 and 5800 can do better than how it's going. Yeah, stock. That's what I've been trying to tell people. Like 5000 series, they don't come like optimized stock, which basically goes for everything, but like still, like especially 5000 series. If any pro teams tried to hire you, tried to hire me, like in what way? Like basically, it's SENSEQUALITY, which is like doing the optimizations, but I'm not like doing it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. They hire his services. Yeah, for sure. Does fiber cost internet companies themselves less than cable? Not really. Like, it's basically the same thing, unless they're like building it in some like rural area where it's not going to make them profit, then it does cost a lot. But fiber, cable, all the same thing to internet service providers. They don't care about like that kind of stuff. Like, the only reason why they would upgrade is if like they want to, or they're like required to under contract. Like work for them only. Oh, so you're saying like if one team like just would get like a contract with SENSEQUALITY and just work for only that team? I mean, they would have to like, you would have to really get a really like big contract for that. Because let's say Paris, for example. Paris wanted just to lock SENSEQUALITY up, so we only work with just their professional players, which can be done technically, but you would basically have to buy out every other contract with every other team that we have. So I'm not sure if like they would want to do something like that. That would be crazy. But just to use it, yeah, they could just definitely use like just a contract in general. I wouldn't mind. Let me see. Does the cable? You're spot on. I get 1,000 down, 500 up, so definitely throttling, I guess. Yep. Like, I just done so much, bro. Like, I know exactly how like European connection works, NA connection, fiber, like cable. Australian, like we've done almost everywhere in the world. It's been crazy. We've done Dubai connection, South America connection, Greece, Germany. Like, it's been crazy, bro. Literally, it's been crazy. And I'm surprised because like Canadian, I'm surprised because I would think the United States like has better internet in general, but come to think about it now, we don't actually have really great internet compared to everybody in the world. Is there a big difference between 500 and 1,000 both fiber? So depends, because how many people do you have in your house? Are you streaming? Does your internet service provider has like priorities based on the throttling? Like, that's all like the type of stuff that we go through with optimizations to be. That's why I can't, like, all your questions are like basically good questions. They're just really like, if I were to give you an answer, it would just not be true, like accurate, because I would need to know way more information to be able to let you know if there's a difference. Because you don't know if like your internet service provider on the back end has priority for 1,000 versus 500. How does, like, do they route through just the lowest latency servers to get to your destination or your hop, or do they route through the most affordable servers? So you have to know like a lot of stuff on the back end to be able to answer that question. But usually like 500, 1,000, 100 doesn't matter, as long as like you're decent. But for streamers, that might matter, because that's when the actual prioritization comes into play. Because let's say you're on 500, they have everybody on the internet and you're streaming, plus you're on like FPS, right? So you would probably be one of the first ones they throttle, because you're not 1,000 plan. You know what I mean? So a lot of internet service providers have their own thing, but a lot do that. Let me see. 1,500 is crazy good though. Yeah, it's good for sure. A majority of pros using Intel or Ryzen. They're using Intel because so basically like a lot of the pros use, probably got like a 10900K 3070 3080 3090 build, because they had to get like their build ASAP, and they didn't have time for like the Ryzen series to come out, the 5000 series, because the Ryzen series came out late and the CDL was switching to PC anyway, so they had to get it immediately. So most pros have this build right here. Let me see. But like if the pros, for example, like let's say they did have time or whatever, like I could have easily told them to get like a 5950X or a 5900X, then get any kind of 3 series, doesn't matter which one, because they all do the same, and they'll be fine with that, perfectly fine. This would have got them way more. That would have got way more FPS. Let me see. Because then with the 5900X and the 5950X, you could basically multitask. Not gonna be a major like issue. You could watch videos in the background. You could have Twitch running in the background. You could have like a whole bunch of stuff running. It's not even gonna not gonna do anything. is basically like it never goes over like 4%. You know what I mean? So I would have recommended this to them, plus like probably like BDIE RAM and stuff like that. But it was just a time constraint. So they went 10900K, which is still a good CPU. This is pretty good. It is really good, actually. But what I'm noticing with the 10900Ks, so the 10900Ks, what I'm noticing is that the newly released 10900Ks with the weird box don't clock as high, so you don't get as much performance. So just be careful of what you're getting. You want like guaranteed like really good performance, get like a 10900K. Can I get that link for all the BDIE RAM available again? Whoever sent that. Stimpy's gonna make the mistake. Oh my gosh, Stimpy. Jeez. Literally, oh, he's gonna make the mistake. Telling you, literally, that link is literally all sold out. Or it's double the price. Double the price. Like, he's gonna make the mistake, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna look at it, he's gonna be like, I need to get this 2x16 G scale one that's that's 2 years old, because the link isn't updated with just the new G skills that perform better under pressure. So I'm not gonna get the new ones because I don't know of it, and it's 2 years old, but I'm gonna literally get it. No, G skills are actually like pretty decent, bro. It just depends. Like, you can't get scammed with it. Cannot get scammed at all. You gotta be really smart with G skills. Corsair, it's chalked. It's literally chalked. What was it called? Want to take a look? It's this link right here. Boom. Yeah, literally, it's all chalked. Corsair, nah. Like, I wouldn't trust any of those. I would literally go this 3600, 4000, doesn't matter. 15 US. Okay. And then they're gonna all be sold out. Sold out. Sold out. Sold out. What else? This, no RGB. Sold out. Sold out. Still sold out. This, $400. 8. Weird. And these are 8x8s. All sold out. Unless you wanted these kinds. So let me see here. My BDIE is 14, 15, 15, 35. 16 side 32. Were 295 USD. See, so you paid $300 for 2x16, but why? What does a GPU bound system look like? Like, what do you mean, Farina? Like, in terms of just it's GPU limited? Right now, like, with just the GPUs being as good as they are, there's nothing really like limited on like the GPU side. We're all like, it's all like just CPU limited right now, especially Warzone, Black Ops, and everything, basically almost everything. Here's a good Patriot 4000 no RGB as well. That's cheap. But why no RGB though? No RGB? What? No, literally the Patriot no RGB, I've seen those, but it's like $10 cheaper. I would just rather get the RGB, call it a day. So LOT has 14. I swear you have mentioned that using 2 RAM sticks over 4 was better. No, same. Like literally on no, like don't buy RAM off of that. We don't have that luxury anymore. Like we do not. We used to have that luxury when nobody knew about BDIE. Now people are like scalping BDIE, so you can't even find it if you wanted it to, and if you did find it, you're paying the bag. So just get 4 times 8. That's perfectly fine. 2 times 16, no difference at all. Same thing. Literally same thing to the end of the day. That's what I was about asking about. 2 times 32, 16, 32. Oh yeah, Snippy, it's the same thing. Same exact thing. Trust. I can't take RGB in my dark dungeon room. You got to, Farina. You got to. Literally, you got to. 4 times 8. So before our RAM times being 14, when XMP is placed, it's raised to 16. Couple of questions, man. RAM timings being 14, when XMP is in place, it's placed to 16 because that's what your like XMP is rated at. You would have to like basically tune your own RAM if you wanted to go down to 14, if it's BDIE even, and that's really, if you've never done it before, really I would say just don't even go down that rabbit hole. But if you wanted to go down that rabbit hole, just I can't even give you good recommendations on that, because it's literally like the biggest rabbit hole ever when it comes to like RAMs. Because you want stability while you get the lowest latency with maximum performance. That equals a lot of optimizing, brother. A lot of optimizing. I swear you had mentioned, so 2 times 16 and 4 times 8, there's no difference whatsoever. The only like good part about 2 times 16 is you get 2 free slots, but as if you're using it for like streaming and like just gaming as well, there's basically nothing that you need past 16 gigabytes of RAM. Like you don't even need 32 gigabytes, to be honest. I can't take RGB in my, oh yeah, okay. If your 8 times 2 kit was 150 for 16, that's the same as me getting my kit, right? Heck no, what the, huh? Oh, if your 2 times 8 kit was 150, that's the same as me getting my kit. To make RGB, that would be $300. To make it 32 gigabytes, not a lot. So this is the thing, right? So I'm pretty sure your 2 times 16, right, was basically, let's say $300. You said it was $300. If you found it, it was probably the previous gen version, right? And it doesn't have as good of what is it called? It doesn't have as good of heat. I'm having a brain for it. It can't take as much heat, like, so The thing about the one I recommended here is the 4x8, the Patriot Vipers, is it goes up to 4,133 megahertz. That's what it's rated at, CL19. But if you look at where can I show it? Let's try a hardware monitor. So I'm not at 3600. I go down, so drop down to 3600 megahertz. So it's extremely stable, and it could take like more pressure because it's rated for the 4000, but we're not even using that much. And then when it comes to basically like we don't want this in general. We want, where is it? When it comes to the timings, they're both the same, but these can probably do better timings, 14, 14, 14, 36, because it's rated for such higher speeds. So you can get the 2x 3016, get 3600 for 1.35 probably volts, but is it going to be able to take like the pressure when you try to drop the timings down? That's the thing. That's why I recommend this one, because this one's just like a win-win-win. Like literally you get higher clock speeds, higher speeds in general, fabric speeds, in case you need it for the future. You get to tune down to like CL14 if you wanted to. You get stability, you get better temps, and it's just, I don't know why this is not sold out yet. It's actually wild. And you get RGB, most important part. Thought on the margin it says this is manufactured in January. But yeah, I get that. That actually makes sense. Yeah, it could have been made in January, but it's like, was it per, like, you can make old RAM based off the previous infrastructure in January. I know that, like, for example, G-Skilled, they just came out with like a new kind of BDIE, which is like really good, but it already sold out, so it doesn't even matter. So anything over 3600 is pointless. No, Snippy, that is not what I said. I said anything above 3600 is great, but you really got to know what you're doing to like drop it down and all that. So it gets really complicated when it comes to that. Let me see here. Lowering below 3600. Below 3600, yeah, never get below 3600, because 3200 it's like hit or miss on like what kind of RAM you get. 3600, if you get BDIE, that's perfect, literally perfect. And anything over is just icing on the cake, because that gives you more headroom to like get a stable like RAM timings and everything. I had heard memory wasn't always stable on the new Ryzens at 3800, 4000, so I went safe with 3600. Yeah, so literally I have the new Ryzen right here, 5950X. See, that's crazy. 5950X, and anything over 3600, it becomes like weird. So all you had to do is, like, let's say you got the Patriot Vipers, just run them at 3600. You can just clock it down. Boom, done. And you get like that extra headroom, like for timings and all that stuff. So chilling. So that's why I recommend these. Let me see. Who's your top Warzone players to watch? Probably. So regarding Warzone players, like, I don't really get much time just to watch Twitch and all that stuff, but I know that, like, regarding the top streamers, I would say Repulse is pretty good. Average Joe's pretty good. Like, they're just good at what they're, like, they are really good at what they do. Maven is hilarious. I love watching Maven. Who else? There's so much more. So much more, but I'm not sure. Literally, those three are literally hilarious, bro. Hilarious. That's on the 11th gen Intel. Thinking of upgrading from a i7 9700K. Don't even waste your time, brother. Just stick with the i7 9700K. Maybe if you have that budget to upgrade, get like a streaming PC instead. But if not, just wait to get like a really good gaming PC. In general, I wouldn't even like, because from you going from an i7 9700K to like a 11th gen with a Z590 motherboard, like, that's so much hassle. You might as well build a whole new PC at that point, you know what I mean? I just bought the Corsair 3600 CL14. Haven't touched the clock yet. Didn't mess up the optimization you guys did. Yes sir. So literally, if it's CL14, like, probably chilling. The G-Skill 3600 CL14 BDIE, I still in stock on Newegg. Took my times down to 13.32. Link that Dignify. Sure. Repulse was gassing you. To his boys were really happy from what I saw. Yeah, bro. I did Repulse. I still gotta do Dizzy Bizzle. We did Repulse. I went through like a whole consultation with Lucky, made sure he knew what to get. We did Santana and everything. Like, we were in there. Save your money and wait for Intel's Alder Lake releasing November, December. Gonna support DDR5 RAM. But DDR5, like, that's not gonna make. See, DDR5, no difference, bro. No difference. Like, that's the thing, guys. Like, literally, anything that's marketed to you, just know any kind of like PC upgrade, it's barely gonna make any much of a difference, unless it's a total different like beast, like a Ryzen 5000 series, like just came out of nowhere or something like that. Then yeah, but literally PC upgrades are so minimal in like differences that unless it's like Ryzen going to the new gen or something like that, like Zen 4 of Ryzen, that would be like a really good place to like try to get a build. But other than that, like, it's whatever. Every upgrade is just like whatever. Let me see. Done. Gotcha. All right. Alright, so this is the G Skill. Done. And it's $189. And 14, 15, 15, 35. That's fine. CL14, 1.45. That's fine. But why would you pay the extra $50? Don't get it. Like that. See, this is the thing. Like this. Why would you pay the extra $50? For what? For what? So timings 14, 15, 15, 35. $50 less. 14, 14, 14, 36. And that was just like chilling timings. So literal better timings, $50 less. Probably could push this a little more if I wanted to, but anything under 14 is just no difference at all. So why pay the $50? Why give them your money? You know what I mean? So things like that. Because I remember I wanted these so well. This is a 2x8 though. Yeah, nah. This is a 2x8. Yeah, definitely I would not recommend this. Because this is basically the same thing. Like BDIE, BDIE, 14, 15, 15, 35, 14, 14, 14, 36. Same thing. $200, $150. That's how I think of it, bro. It's just like, eh. Let me see here. Heard something about 11 gen working on Z490 boards. I'm tripping. Yeah, it might be backwards compatible. But then what's the point? Like, why limit yourself like that? You know what I mean, Farina? Like, if you're gonna go 11900K, you better go all in if you're trying to get like a build like that. I would much rather prefer like guaranteed something like a 9900KS. They could do something like that. That would be awesome. I'm going to build a new PC and put a 3070 FE in it. Just wondering if I should wait for a lent gen or just get a 10900K. Just get a 10900K. Just get a 10900K. Literally. Brag. I know you said BDIE is way is the way ADI is capped. Is EDI too? Yes, anything but BDIE, chalked. Literally, right? Like, just chalked, bro. Honestly, from what I've seen, the GPUs, these 3 series cards are so good that they actually reach the top of them. Still, let me see. Hold on. Honestly, from what I've seen with these GPUs, 3000 series, they're so good. They reach the top of them. Well, so we need to be waiting like 2 gens of CPUs. Do you think maxed out 5950X is hitting the limits of your 3080? Hitting the limits of my 3080. Hitting the limits of my 3080. For frames? Heck no. Heck no. Brother, like, literally, GPUs are behind right now. Like, regarding like just bottlenecks, except for like PC. If you were to take out PC gaming in general, right? Basically, every like other console or anything is CPU bounded, right? But on PC, we're all GPU bounded, and it's a huge issue regarding that. Give me 1 second for this. Let me see. But yeah, like the 5950X, like this thing's a beast. Like, there's no boundaries. Like, nothing could even use the like actual potential of this thing, unless it's like some kind of crazy multitasking that you're doing. Like, I've thrown everything at this thing and it's just chilling, low temps, vibing. 46 degrees Celsius with 16 cores. This thing is definitely not the bottleneck. This thing, the only bottleneck is probably Ryzen infrastructure in general, and the 3600 megahertz of memory. But even the memory is like pretty fast if you know how to like optimize like tunings and all that stuff and get it in sync. But GPU wise, like this thing's probably gonna be good for years, but that's just because GPU upgrades are like, the difference between a 3080 and a 3080 Ti is barely gonna be anything. So it wouldn't be any point for me to upgrade. It would have to be something like, oh, okay, like I had a 1080 and I'm upgrading to a 3080, but that's because they're just so slow, like with the progression. 5950X, like this compared to like a 3950X, it's absolutely insane. So I would say my system's more like GPU bottlenecked. but not like it's not even bottleneck. Like I can't throw anything at this thing. So the CPU is good, GPU is gonna be good for years. It's just literally chilling, bro. What's high temps for GPU while playing? Doesn't get that hot. Mine stays at like 40, 50, maybe 60 sometimes. And cheers, man. I appreciate the advice. What is a good purchase? Was this a good purchase? Let's see. No, not BDIE. 14, 16, 16, 36. This is not BDIE. This is not BDIE. This is why I say do not go course here for RAM, because it's like people won't notice that like kind of thing. It's just like one number off. It's weird, dude. It's so weird. Why is your GPU using 60% while you're not playing? It's because I'm streaming at probably the max quality possible for just the NVIDIA, because I wanted to see like the maximum it would use if I would stream like everything full capacity, full load. So it's actually not that bad. It's like chilling at 30 Celsius, 61%, vibing. Nothing but a G thing. And basically, like with this, because the EVGA, why everybody wants this GPU is because it could like clock super high. Like it can overclock insanely high. So of course I could just open MSI, profile 1, boom, put my clocks on, instantly 45, 50, 60. So basically, like when I need it, it's not even gonna like use 100%, because it's just gonna boost clock higher at like 2200 or something like that. It is actually insane. So this is good. This is good. So I could be streaming maximum, literal maximum quality. And let's see when I open Warzone. And it's chilling. Chilling. Boom. Let's put this on. Boom. Then I'm going to do this. Bang. And wait for it. Did you optimize your own PC yet or not? Yeah. Yes, sir. So streaming maximum quality, literally the maximum quality possible that you can, and chilling. Nothing but a G thing. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's using actual less, bro. Because now it's boosting super high, so it's actually, it looks like it's 60%. This is why I don't really like look at the percentage of usage. It looks like the 60%, but if I like actual wanted performance mode, it's like 25 with Warzone open while streaming. Max quality. So let me see. Boom. Okay, wait for the shaders. This GPU is actually insane. That's actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Like, what? Oh, it's almost 5 a.m. Yeah, brother. Holy crap, it's 8 a.m. for me. I'm about to get some breakfast, brothers. Can you mine and game at the same time? Heck no. What the? Wait, dude. Wait, what? What's high temps on a GPU while playing? Depends on what temps you're looking at, junction or like just the actual GPU overall temps. I would say like anything like above 80, you're pushing it. I mean, what do you think of the limiting factor for you on Warzone? The limiting factor for me on Warzone is is nothing on my PC. The limiting factor on Warzone is basically Windows being limited because it doesn't know how to use so many cores. Because literally with a 5950X, you're hitting Windows with legit 16 cores, and nobody usually has like 16 cores on like Windows or whatever. Like, it wasn't built for that. So it's so over the top that Windows doesn't know how to do it, like deal with it. So it doesn't schedule it right. So that's really like what the limiting factor was, and still is sometimes. My CPU is 40% while only your stream is open, nothing else open. What kind of CPU do you have, brother? What is that? Where's my CPU at? Look at this. Streaming, gaming, 26%. You can't touch this thing. You just can't, like, you cannot touch this thing, bro. It's actually ridiculous. GPU, Warzone, streaming, 30%. And to put it over the top, well, let's switch this. Let's do bang, bang, and where is it? This one, 50, chilling, vibing. So it's like not really anything limiting it. Like, it's the whole platform in general that's just a limiting factor, because the platform just doesn't know what to do with all these threads. Like, what are you gonna do with 32 threads? What are you gonna do with a 3080 like in the background running DLSS? And plus, on top of that, that's not even, this at 25% isn't even counting. It's not even counting like resizable bar yet. Like, it hasn't even like came out yet for Warzone or whatever. So when like actual software starts using resizable bar, it's gonna get even better, which is crazy. Moderate net on PC, not that big of a deal, right? Nah, not really. Have you played with Modern Warfare document file settings, the advanced thing? Just a little bit for you, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. Cause this thing, like, it just handles everything. It just handles everything. You can put it on 16, you can put it on 6 cores, like, chilling. Doesn't make a difference. Let's see. I can't wait for the optimization. Get the 6800 XT for an insanely good price. While I wait for Strix 3080. Good luck in that Strix 3080. Good luck. Jeez. Those are unicorns right now, bro. Oh, no problem, Black Oak. Let me see. Oh, it's your first live stream, Simmy? Let's get it. Let me see. I'm back. Was just thinking to myself last night that a live was needed. Let's talk ping buffer flow and the relation between frames per second has on it, if any. Ping and buffer flow doesn't have a relationship to frames per second, because ping and buffer flow is more latency on just the internet side. Frames per second is more just the rendering, like, of your monitor and like your actual PC. So both are like similar in terms of like they are where latency is, but it's not where, they're not really like the same thing, or just similar. Let me see. So enable boost plus Nvidia latency in game is the move. I've been to so many videos saying no and yes contradicting each other. Depends. Like I just had it on just because I was like I had boost on because I was testing just a boost block. But in general, like I could just leave it disabled. It's almost the same thing. It just depends if you have like a really CPU bottleneck system, and if you do, then you're gonna need like your GPU to come into play. But really, it doesn't really do that much. It just lets your boost, like it lets your GPU work harder while it doesn't need to. That's basically what it means. But it's there just in case you need it, so you can get that low latency. Stock drive Discord is actually not it's actually not too hard. They come in time, so you have to be quick. Good luck, Snippy. Good luck, brother. Yo, you are fighting against all the miners right now regarding like that Strix, because they don't have limits. So yo, that would actually be ridiculous. What was the RAM you suggested again? I'm sending that crap back and I'll purchase yours. Just a RAM I suggested is this one right here. Boom, bang. And like these are decent. Like, do you want RGB or no? It has a non-RGB version if you need it. Bang. What monitor do you have? Video control panel. Boom. Bang. The VG259QM, which is 280 Hz. It's pretty good, bro. It's an IPS panel too. It's nice. Stock drop Discord is actually hot. Viper RAM. I'm gonna make that an actual command. I'm gonna see. Okay, I will. Wrapping it up. Always giving the sauce. Yes, sir. Sorry for unfollowing and following again. No problem. GG's. The sauce lasts forever. For real, bro. What monitor do you use? Do you recommend it? And was it worth it or not? Yeah, it was worth it, brother. When is DDR5 coming out? Doesn't matter, brother. No difference. No difference at all. Let me see. It doesn't matter RGB or not, to be honest. Yeah, just get 2 of those, black, and you'll be good. I could have bought like 2 straights, but honestly, bang for the buck on the 3090. Didn't think it was worth it for another $500 on top of the FE for gaming. But yeah, like those are more like miner / gaming cards, because you could boost clock it to the moon. Like those legit don't have limits. Like mine has like a really good warranty, has like extra heavy wattage, but Strix are absolutely insane when it comes to like boost clocks. Just want to get the best product optimized. Yeah, that's gonna do you fine. Like what's the highest hertz monitor out there right now? 360. And let me see, why don't you have a PC command? Let me see, PC command. I have a 5950X, the same RAM that I linked. Fast storage, 3080 EVGA, Unifans. That's it. NZXT Z73, chilling, and an X570 motherboard. Asus, Rogue, I think Crosshair or something like that. But yeah, but literally gotta go, boys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and yo, I appreciate all you guys just asking all the questions. I hope I provided you guys with all the value that you needed. And if anybody needs optimization, just go at SENSEQUALITY, contact them. We got you taken care of. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, brothers. Peace.